Getting from A to B on the roads efficiently and quickly is an essential part of modern life. The roads are literally the arteries of modern society, allowing people and products to get to where they need to be on time and without undue costs. But the roads have also become one of the most tightly regulated and highly policed environments in Australia. In fact, it has reached the point where it is strangling our transport systems and unfairly punishing people who have done nothing wrong. A good example is the way speed limits are calculated and the strictness with which they are enforced. This has caused many people to question whether it's actually about public safety or whether it's more about revenue and power. Many roads have speed limits which are slower than most people feel is safe, leading to a majority of people exceeding the speed limit and creating soft targets for speed cameras and highway police. No matter how careful you are, you can quickly find yourself caught and fined for a moment's indiscretion for allowing yourself to watch the road rather than your speedometer for a few seconds too long. In some parts of Australia, you can be fined for going just 3 kilometres an hour over the limit, and in many cases, the posted speed limit is the same as it was before roads were upgraded and vehicle technology improved, meaning most people will naturally want to drive faster than the speed limit says they can. When you see stretches of road where everybody is speeding, that's a pretty good indicator that the speed limit has been set too low. It shouldn't be that way. The Liberal Democratic Party believes that when it comes to speed limits, drivers should decide what they ought to be, not anonymous bureaucrats. This can be done by applying what road engineers call the 85th percentile rule. The 85th percentile rule is based on the fact that most drivers will naturally drive safely according to the conditions. So you measure the speeds of all motorists travelling a given road on which the speed limit has been removed for a while and set the speed limit based on the speed at which 85% of drivers travel. Statistics show those who exceed the speed limit based on the 85th percentile or are significantly slower than it are far more likely to cause accidents than those travelling at or close to the limit. Applying the 85th percentile rule results in speed limits that the average driver thinks are reasonable. That means enforcement of speed limits has the support of most drivers. The speed limits in Australia are due for a major overhaul. Research from around the world shows that increasing speed limits on highways can actually reduce fatalities due to reduced fatigue on long trips. Highway speed limits throughout the US and Europe tend to be well above ours. Every time a speed limit is set too low or enforced too strongly, public confidence in the system and its safety benefits is eroded. Australians are becoming highly sceptical of the current speed kills and there's no such thing as safe speeding mantra. Relationships with the police, who are required to enforce the speed limits, are harmed. The Liberal Democratic Party believes it's time to completely overhaul the way speed limits are calculated. The 85th percentile rule gives the public control over the balance between efficient travel and public safety and is way better than having limits set by unelected, anonymous bureaucrats. Setting speed limits at more sensible, acceptable levels with reasonable enforcement will help restore public confidence in the road safety message and police and help us all to get around faster and safer in the long run. My name is David Leyonhjelm, Senator for the Liberal Democratic Party. We support your right to live your life without government interference as long as you respect the same right for others.